Okay, this is my audience. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there you go. Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to thank you guys for coming today and allowing me to give you my speech. Here is my outline. I had to use my phone, Professor. Okay. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about a teapot. I know everybody's heard the song, I'm a little teapot, short and spout. A lot of people don't use a teapot in their house, which is not unusual, but it's just to make hot tea. Today I'm going to tell you the history about a teapot, what you can see what a teapot looks like, and why you should even use a teapot, and how to make tea. So, teapots come in all shapes and sizes. They're made out of so many different things, like steel, metal, copper, tin, glass. Recently, the most recent ones are normally made out of glass. People often don't realize that there's a difference between kettles and teapots, but according to the Leaf Journal, although there are similarities, the kettle is used for a wide variety of purposes, and the teapot is only used to brew tea. Teapots are made from all different cultures. That's why they come in all different sizes and shapes, because each culture makes them differently. Like Chinese people make them with like pretty colors and stuff like that, and Americans just make them plain silver, black, or white. So for the history of the teapot, it was started in the early 1600s, and they were started in China, and they were made by Japanese people. And for Japanese people, instead of using cups like we would today, or mugs that we call them, they use bowls instead. They drink their tea out of bowls. As time went on, they started to create teapots that had a certain shape that meant a certain symbol. Like some shapes were shaped into a peach, which meant good luck and long life. After a while, the teapots moved onto Europe, and since British people were already used to the fact of drinking tea, that was like their signature drink, they just took the teapots from China, from the Japanese people, and started to make it their own so that it could be more in a European way instead of the way that Japanese people did it. According to desperate tea drinkers, the world owes tea to the Chinese, but the design of the teapot goes to the Europeans, and that just goes to show that, you know, the Europeans made the teapots their own specific thing. Like they didn't just take it from China and just keep it that specific way. They changed it up so it could look like it was from Europe, or that European people did it. Tea has tremendously evolved over the years. Back before, they used to like pick all the stuff off the trees, like the herbs and stuff, and then make the actual tea. But nowadays what they do is like everything is made into a tea bag. So that way, instead, because back then they used to like have like certain drainers within the teapot so that you didn't have like the leaves in your cup of tea and stuff like that. So now it's all in a tea bag, and now when you drink your tea, you don't have to strain it or anything like that. You just pour it in and you drink it, and it just goes like that. So I just want to let you guys know how to make a tea, or make hot tea. I'm going to go show you my teapot. This is my tea kettle. And of course, I didn't really have time to make tea, but what you do is you just fill it up with water, and then once you fill it up with water, you put it on the stove, and then you're able to go and get your tea bag and your sugar. I know this may sound silly, but if you don't put enough sugar in it, then it might not taste right at all. Like it may be too bitter or something like that. So what you do is you get your sugar and your water, and once the teapot will make like this whistling sound, and once you hear that, that means the water is boiled up and it's ready to be made. So then you just take your tea bag and your mug, and you pour the hot water in, and you stir it, and you keep adding sugar until you think it tastes right. So you just keep sipping it until it's right. So in conclusion, I just think that tea can be used for several things. Like you can drink tea if you have a stomach ache, you can drink tea to calm your nerves. I know for certain things like ginger and stuff, ginger tea will help calm your nerves. Tea is used all over the world, and it's become a very big thing over the past couple of 100 years. So I just want to thank you guys for listening to my speech today, and that is all. Wait, don't stop it. Did you stop it? And then this is my audience again.